September movies releases in the cinema for the UK 2014. Now I've written it all down in my little trusty notebook because I cannot remember all the films and the dates and stuff. So yeah, I've written them down, so you kind of see me looking down, that's why. I definitely don't have that super good memory. But there's quite a few movies that I'm really excited about, but the beginning ones are a bit, we got to trudge through a little bit because some of them are a bit, yeah, and then it gets to some good stuff. So like I say, most countries do have different releases for movies. This is just the UK schedule, but it can kind of be along the same lines. So, you know, you might find out about something that is coming out or is out at yours now, or it's a bit later. Who knows? But let's get right into it. And I know we're a bit late with this. So the first movie is on the 3rd, which was yesterday. So we are a little bit behind, but all is well because we've only missed one movie. Well, we haven't missed it, just it came out yesterday. And that is Sex Tape with Cameron Diaz and, what's his name, Jason Segel. And this is kind of like a raunchy comedy type thing. Basically, but I don't think it looks that funny. I'm actually a big fan of Cameron Diaz. I quite like her. I usually think she's funny, and Jason Segel, quite like him too. But basically, they film a sex tape on their iPad because, I don't know, I think they're having like some, not problems in their marriage, but it's just not, I don't know. Anyway, on their iPad, and it shares to the iCloud. And it sends basically to all their friends and family. So then they kind of try and go around and get rid of all these iPads. And, I mean, it's like, you know, it's, I don't know, I just don't really think it looks that good, which is a shame. Because unless they just didn't include that many funny moments in the trailer, but that, you know, it's all about how, you know, it's kind of around technology now as well, and how that, you know, but it just doesn't seem that funny. So I'm not gonna run out and watch that one. It's probably gonna be one I'll pick up when it's cheap and see if it's any funny or any good or anything. But yeah, it's not one that I'm in a rush to see. So the next date we have of movies released is the 5th, which is tomorrow. So what's coming out tomorrow? Let's have a look. Okay, so firstly we have Before I Go to Sleep. Now this does look very good. Really creepy, really intense. It's a thriller with Nicole Kidman and, is it Colin Firth? Yes, and Colin Firth. It's based on a book. Now, it kind of reminds me of like a creepy thriller version of 50 First Dates. I don't know if you've seen that film, but it's like a creepy version of that in my opinion. It's probably not really like that, but if you know, to grasp the storyline, that's kind of, you know, she wakes up in the morning and she doesn't remember anything from the day before. So she's an amnesiac. There we go. And it looks creepy, honestly. I was like, ooh. It just looks, it's very, you know, basically she's trying to find out who, basically she had a injury or somebody did something to her, they tried to kill her, and that's how she got this amnesiac problem. And she's trying to discover who did it to her and what she can remember about it, and she always, like, you know, kind of forgets who her husband is and doesn't know whose side she's on because it's all confusing. She videos bits to help her remember, and it's all, you know, you can imagine it's going to be really stressful for her. She's had this accident and she can't remember what happens exactly. She's trying to piece it all together. It's like a mystery thriller type thing. Well, that's what I got from the trailer anyway. I'm sure that people who have read the book maybe obviously know more, but yeah, it looks really, really good. It's definitely one that I want to see, want to check out. Nicole Kidman looks great. I'm not the biggest Colin Firth fan, but I am warming up to him a little bit. But yeah, this looks really great. I really want to check this one out. Next on the list, we have The 100-Foot Journey with Helen Mirren. And basically she is I think she's a French chef. And this really beautiful restaurant. And then this family, I think they're from India, move in across the road and open up like an Indian cuisine type restaurant where they're, you know, doing totally different food than her, but it's kind of like they're the competition. And the young boy in the family, I think is really, really good. He's a really great chef. And, you know, it's kind of how Helen Mirren is really annoyed at them at first because they've just like moved into her like patch, if you say, and then, you know, they maybe start warming to each other. It looks kind of interesting. It looks good. I quite like movies about food. And, you know, it looks good. I like Helen Mirren. I thought she was great, and, you know, it just looks interesting. I don't know too much about it. I've seen the trailer, but it didn't give too much away. Well, it just, you know, I was like, oh, okay, could be good. It could either be really great or it could be a little bit just okay, but I'm hoping this one's pretty good. It looks good. Find it interesting. I think it's based on a book as well. I think have I written that down? No, but I think it is based on a book. So yeah, that's The 100-Foot Journey. Another one on that day, we have Life of Crime with Jennifer Aniston. Big Jennifer Aniston fan, but this movie didn't look good, I was excited. I was like, oh yeah, what's this one going to be about? What's this one going to be about? And I was like, Basically, Jennifer Aniston is married to this man who wants to get a divorce. He's like having an affair, he doesn't want to be with her anymore, and he wants a divorce. She gets kidnapped, and they want, ransom for her. And he's like, I don't want to pay it, like, I didn't want her anyway. So, it's all kind of about that, and how they've kidnapped this woman who the man doesn't even want back, and it's supposed to be like a comedy, I don't know, is it supposed to be a comedy? What have I put? I didn't put a lot. It's like a kind of a comedy, I suppose, but it just didn't look very good. I was like, so maybe, I don't know. I am a big Jennifer Aniston fan. I've really been enjoying the stuff that she's been doing in the last few years as well, but this one just didn't look good. I was like, it just really disappointed me when I watched the trailer. I was like, this doesn't look like something I'm really interested to see. She doesn't really look, I don't know, I just didn't like the look of it, but can't always judge a movie by its trailer. It might be better, it might not, but who knows? I'll have to see what people say about that one. But yeah, that is Life of Crime. Now moving on to another day, which is, oh no we're not, no we're not. Moving on to the next film, Island of Lemurs. This is narrated by Morgan Freeman. It's a documentary, a nature documentary in IMAX 3D, and it's all about lemurs in Madagascar. Oh, I think it's called Island of Lemurs, Madagascar. And it looks kind of cute, and it looks amazingly beautiful. If you want something to really, like, your eyes, what am I trying to say? Something good for your eyes to look at. This looks amazing. The cinematography and all the shots set there. Oh, it looks really, really, really nice. So I think this is going to be a nice one in 3D. I mean, I quite like the nature type things, but I'm not the biggest fan. And lemurs seems like a funny one, but I don't know a lot about lemurs, so, always good to learn a bit more about a different animal. But yeah, it looks cute, looks fun. Morgan Freeman. It's a nature documentary. And then following that one, we have, on the same day still, They Came Together, which is a romantic comedy starring Paul Rudd and Amy, I haven't written her name down, I can't remember her last name, but you can say PH. This just looks messy. It's kind of basically advertised as that romantic comedy, the predictable thing, the one that you've seen a million times before, and that's kind of what they're advertising as. And I just didn't think it looked funny at all. It's like supposed to be that predictable romantic comedy of all the cliches and that and that. But I just, no, it didn't. This one didn't. I was just like, I don't want to see it. I kind of wanted to stay far away from that one. But usually I'm a big Paul Rudd fan. And it's a romantic comedy, but no, I didn't really like this one. I didn't like the trailer of this one. I just thought it's definitely not something that's up my street. So I'm kind of maybe going to try and stay away from that one. Unless I hear good things, I'll maybe have a relook at it. But yeah. Okay, now moving on to the next day, which is the 12th. And we have the Boxtrolls coming out this day. This is something I've been excited about for a while. When I first heard about the Boxtrolls, I was like, ooh. And it's from the creators or producers or whatever of Coraline and Paranorman, which, are both really, really great. I think it's claymation. If not, it looks a lot like claymation. Kind of has that Tim Burton-esque style as well. Basically, it's about this young boy who lives with the Boxtrolls. The Boxtrolls are like these troll things that live in boxes, and then they can just hide and fit in the boxes, and people don't see them. But he obviously isn't one. So this little girl tries to help him and become a normal boy and stuff, but it looks really, really fun. Dead creative, they're different. It's just like, I really like these, like a bit of a breath of fresh air animation movies. It looks really great. Definitely check out the trailer for this one if you haven't seen it. It's really different, looks like a lot of fun. I definitely want to see this one. Let me turn the page. Next we have A Most Wanted Man, which is Philip Seymour Hoffman. And of course now he has passed away, so this is probably going to be one of his last films. I think he'll be in Mockingjay Part 1, but I don't know. I don't really know. He might be in some other things, I'm not sure. But yeah, this was a confusing one. It's got Rachel McAdams in as well. Basically it's about this group of people, and I didn't know a lot from it from the trailer, but it's based on a book by John le Carre, if that's how you pronounce his name. And it's like a murder mystery investigation type thing. And Rachel McAdams I think she gets into it more. I don't think she particularly wanted to. I'm not really sure. Honestly, it was a trailer that gave you a lot, but it obviously didn't piece it together, so it was confusing. But, same person who did Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, so it's kind of under that kind of league and realm. But I don't really know a lot about this one, but it does look interesting, and I'd check it out, but I'm not sure a lot about it. But, it's kind of that thriller, mystery, investigation type film, which, I do really enjoy, so there's that one. So also on that day we have Pride with Bill Nighy, which is a comedy where this little small bus of couples of gays and lesbians come to Wales, a small place in Wales, and I don't exactly know why. I'm sure it's not set it's not set in present day, but I don't know when it's set. And they come there and they do some protesting and stuff for gay rights, but they also there's a lot of old people in this town, and they're quite characters, and they are really funny, and it's funny them interacting with the others, but they are a bit stereotypical from what I can see. Like the gays and lesbians seem very stereotypically like that, but and they come to the town. I don't really know. The trailer was it looked funny and it looked kind of interesting, but I'm not exactly sure the whole situation here. But basically, they come to this town and they're trying to. I don't know why they come to the town, but it looks funny anyway. It does look like a good movie, and it did have some laughs in the trailer, and it looked like something interesting. It looked like something I'd like to see, but I honestly was like, okay, yeah, this seems like a fun comedy movie, and I love Bill Nighy. But yes, that's that one. Now we have the 19th, where we have The Giver. Yes, this is one I'm really excited for. This one is on the list that probably I'm most excited for. This looks awesome. It's a dystopian. I'm sure most people have heard about it. Basically, like, it's a black and white world, and then they discover that it's because they got in this scan thing, and it's not black and white. The world is like colour, and there's more than what they are setting their boundaries of. Looks really, really interesting. Let me just see what I've put. I haven't put what I thought, but basically this kind of reminds me a little bit of it. When I was watching the trailer, it reminded me a little bit of The Truman Show, but that was simply because of they were owning this certain place. It's nothing really like it at all, but it's just because they are owning this circular place, and I was like, ooh. But yeah, they kind of think that's the world, and they don't know what's outside of it, and I don't really know a lot about it. I just kind of watched the trailer and I was like, oh, but I've heard things about it. I'm excited for it. I love dystopian. The characters look great. We've got Meryl Streep in it. I'm sure Jeff Bridges is in it. There's somebody else in it who's great, but I can't think of the name of. Oh, I think Katie Holmes is in it. I could be wrong about that. But yeah, it looks really, really great. I'm really excited for it, and I don't want to know too much about it. It's one of them that I'm just excited for. I'm just like, yes, I'm excited for it, and I don't want to know much about it. I'm just excited. Next we have Grand Piano, which looks really kind of intense. We've got Elijah Wood, and he's a pianist, very famous one, who kind of quit and has come back, and he kind of has been dealing with a bit of stage fright. And whilst he's on playing, he's just come back. He's been he's on his sheet note, what are they called? The piano note, the book where he's reading his notes to play the piano. Somebody's written things like, you best get this right, otherwise we'll kill you. He's being threatened on stage, and then he sees these little targets trying to the red things, and then he has this earpiece, I'm sure, and he can hear these threats, and it's kind of a bit weird. You don't exactly know if it's in his mind or not. It seems like it at first, but then you also see John Cusack, and you think, oh, is it him? I don't really know. I've only seen the trailer, but it looked really intense, looked really good. I'm actually really interested in this one. And like I said, it's called Grand Piano. Looked really interesting. I was like, oh yeah, okay. And then I was like, ooh, this one looks good. So yeah, I want to see that one. Next we have Magic in the Moonlight, which is written, directed or produced or something by Woody Allen, and then this one reminds me a lot of, because he did this one too, Midnight in Paris. He obviously did that before this, but it really, really has that vibe to it. Basically, you've got Colin Firth, who is a magician type, I don't know what you'd call it, type person. It's obviously set back in time. And then we've got Emma Stone, who believes that she's kind of like a psychic type thing, can read minds and tell you things about yourself. Colin Firth doesn't believe in these. He kind of always goes to see them and tells them that they're fake, and kind of, but he kind of can't find the faults in it. He can't find the underlying things that she does to be wrong. So he starts to doubt what he believes. It looks really, really interesting. It's I quite like things about magic and theories like that. It looks really, really good. I really want to see this one. I love Emma Stone. Like I said, I'm not the biggest Colin Firth fan, but he's warming to me. But I really, really like this one. It looks really, really good. Definitely want to see it, and I love Midnight in Paris, and it kind of has that vibe. So yeah, really want to see this one. We've also got the Riot Club, which basically, well, it has Douglas Booth in, who I really, really like, but it's about this group of boys, these rich boys who are at this high university, and they kind of run this thing called the Riot Club. It doesn't give too much away in the trailer, I don't think, but basically things start going wrong anyway. But they're really clever, smart, rich kids, but they're kind of a bit too, and something goes wrong anyway, but it doesn't tell you what, and then things, start to get a bit messy. But it does look really good. I definitely want to see this one. Plus, it's by the is it director? Yeah, it's the director of One Day and an Education. And I love One Day, and I quite liked an Education, but One Day I love. So definitely, you know, I'm keeping my eyes on this one. I kind of want to see this one too. Next we have A Walk Among the Tombstones with Liam Neeson. This reminds me a lot of Taken. It kind of has that vibe. He's like, you know, a badass in this one. He's a wait, what is it? An unlicensed private detective, and he kind of helps people out. They come to him with their problems, and he helps them. And this man comes to him and says, "My wife's been kidnapped. You know, can you help me out?" And you know, he does all this stuff, and that's what he's doing. It looks really, really good. Anyway, definitely check out the trailer for this one if you haven't seen it. I think this one looks really good. It's like an action thriller. You know, like kind of like Taken. It did remind me a lot of that kind of vibes. So definitely check out the trailer for this one. I thought it looked really good. Definitely want to see this one. I really like Liam Neeson. Next I have next we have Wish I Was Here with Zach Braff and Kate Hudson and Joey King. This is kind of like, you know, it's kind of obviously got that Garden State vibe, Zach Braff, I'm sure, you know. I don't exactly know what it's about, but I really want to see it. As soon as I saw a bit of the trailer, I was like, yeah, I want to see that. It's a bit weird, it's a bit quirky, it's a bit happy. It just looks great. I can't really tell you a lot about it. Just go kind of check out the trailer for it. You'll see what I mean. I just want to see it. I just kind of really want to see this one. I don't exactly know. Can't tell you too much about it, but I just know that I want to see it, and I think I'm going to love it. It's one of those. So I hope that makes sense. But yes, I want to see this one. Looks really, really good. Turning the page. And now we're on to the 26th, where we have The Equalizer with Denzel Washington and Chloe Grace Moretz. I don't really think I should need to say anymore. Denzel Washington and Chloe Grace Moretz, they're both incredible. Denzel seems great in this one. It's also from the director of Training Day. He works at Home Depot. It's not Home Depot, but it's like Home Depot. And there's a robbery. And you see him kind of go and get this woman's ring back, what got stolen from the shop. And then he kind of gets involved in other stuff, and he is like a complete badass in this film. You're just like, whoa. And he kind of has this unlikely friendship with Chloe Grace Moretz. I'm not sure how that came about, but he does. And I think that she gets kidnapped, and he's kind of, you know, it doesn't give too much away. It looks really awesome. Looks really great. I hope it's going to be great. It's called The Equalizer. Like I say, I really want to see this one. I really do like Denzel Washington. This seems like more of his stuff that he, you know, he's been a bit fed, but this looks awesome, trust me. This one I'm excited for. I want to see it. I love Chloe Grace Moretz. I think she's incredible as well. So this is definitely one that I do want to see. Next we have Map to the Stars. This looks interesting. It looks weird. We've got Julianne Moore, Robert Pattinson, and the girl, I think her name's Maya, but I cannot pronounce the last name. She was in Alice in Wonderland and also the new Jane Eyre. She basically comes to work for Julianne Moore as an assistant. Oh, John Cusack's also in it. And then John Cusack and his son are like, basically she's John Cusack's daughter. He's like, get away, you can't be here, why are you back? Basically she's left and she's kind of back. There's something wrong with it. It's like she's dangerous, and you don't exactly know what's going on. But it kind of looks interesting. It looks weird, kind of a bit thrillery, but kind of odd. Like, I don't know. I was like, oh, okay. It was different than I thought it was going to be. It looks really interesting. I kind of want to check it out. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, so that's that one. And next we have What We Did on Our Holiday. And this, as soon as I saw from the creators of Outnumbered, I was like, yes! I want to see that. I love Outnumbered. I'm the biggest Outnumbered fan. I absolutely think it's brilliant. This has David Tennant in. He's a father with all these kids, and it's just about life and their summer, and it's a British comedy. It looks great. It looks uplifting. It looks happy. It looks funny. Honestly, I really want to see this one. It looks great. And what date? We're on the 26th, so this is one I want to see. So I don't know if it's going to be released worldwide. It's a British comedy. It might be. I don't know, but it's called What We Did on Our... What was it? What We Did on Our Holiday. It looks great. The kids look funny. It's also got this guy in whose name I forgot, but is his name Billy Connolly? Oh, I don't know. But he looks great. It just looks great, honestly. This is one that I was like, oh, okay. When I saw the name title for it, I was like, oh yeah, okay. And then I was just like, this one surprised me. I definitely want to see it. I'm excited. So yeah, that's it. That's all that's on the list. That's all the September releases. There's a few more that I haven't mentioned, but you know, you pretty much get the gist. Those are the ones I'm excited about. There's some that I'm not so excited about, but who knows. Let me know down in the comments below which one you are most excited about and what you're most looking forward to, and also like that. Thumbs up if you enjoy these. I will do one for October, and it won't be late. So thank you so much for watching. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already, or if you're a newbie, and I'll just see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye!